Imagine waking up tomorrow in a world where nobody is in charge. No rules, no traffic lights, no state management, and no authorities. For a few minutes, that might seem like the ultimate freedom. You could cross borders without a passport, ignore every tax law, and act without any restrictions on your personal behavior. But by lunchtime, that freedom turns into a crisis. Without an organized authority, organized protection disappears. The networks that deliver your food collapse, and the plants treating your water supply simply stop running. The drive for safety and survival eventually forces a choice. To fill that vacuum, we create an organized body to manage the state, the government. Every government starts with a core job description, maintaining law and order within the state and providing a national defense against threats from the outside. It also handles the projects that individuals could never coordinate alone, like building and maintaining the massive physical infrastructure required to connect cities and states. The state organizes the resources we all share, managing the complex energy grids required to power entire regions at a time. These macro-level duties determine your daily well-being, specifically through the organized delivery of public health services and welfare. That management extends to your education, where the state standardizes the schools and the curriculum that children use every day. Every nation requires these systems to function, but whether they work for the public or against them depends on where the authority to manage them is held. Nations operate on a spectrum of power, categorized by the origin point of a ruler's authority. In a monarchy, that authority is a matter of genetics. Power is inherited exclusively through a specific royal bloodline, passing from one generation to the next. When a ruler maintains total control over the military, the courts, and the laws themselves, they are an absolute monarch. In Saudi Arabia, King Salman holds sovereign power, meaning no parliament or legal body can limit his decisions. However, a monarchy can also be legally restricted. Emperor Naruhito of Japan is a constitutional monarch. His power is limited by a legal framework, and his duties are almost entirely ceremonial. For a citizen in these systems, personal freedom depends on whether a constitution exists to keep the bloodline's power in check. Other systems draw their authority from divine belief and religious texts. This is the theocracy. In a theocracy, state and religious leadership are identical. All national laws are based on scripture, which is the ultimate authority in places like Vatican City. On the most extreme end of the power spectrum is the dictatorship, where authority is seized and maintained by pure, unchecked force. Dictators like Kim Jong-un consolidate absolute control by monopolizing the military, the police, and the media to silence any opposition to their rule. Whether the state claims a divine mandate or relies on the sheer weight of its military, the reality for the citizen is the same. There is no safe way to question the rules. Power can also be concentrated within a small, exclusive group. This is an oligarchy. Oligarchs draw their authority from immense amounts of business influence, often writing laws that serve their own interests over the needs of the wider population. Terms like oligarchy, monarchy, or theocracy are more than just vocabulary in a social studies textbook. These systems are the real-world rules dictating how millions of people are allowed to live, speak, and act every single day. Look closely at the roads you drive on, the schools you attend, and the news you read. Based on how your everyday life is managed, who is really in charge?